The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here we go! 60 Pittsburgh! Let's go!
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
And some room to maneuver. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And finally they get him to the ground, but it's all the way down at the Niners' 35-yard line. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Let's go. Hey, Foxtrot. Hurry. Let's go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D Ford in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point.
Mike 54. Mike 5.
They'll set up to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and it's 3rd down.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Go!
Mike 5-4.
He can get it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
That'll be taken in the end zone. Nifty move. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Hey, watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Matt Breida, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jason. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. They'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
That's a lot of points.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And a nice gain of 21 yards. To throw, it's Garoppolo. He goes full extension, and he's got it. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end. To throw is Garoppolo. That'll be complete to Breida. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I...
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Matt Breida with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gould able to tack on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And some dangerous territory. Already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Back to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. D Ford racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. They'll try and throw for it here. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Right there. 54, right there, 54, Mike. You can't block me.
2nd and 10. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. On play action, they'll throw. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Hey, Delta.
Mike, 54. Mike.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. 13 yards there and a Niner first. Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Hey, alert!
Throwing again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11. Garoppolo on 1st down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it past the 20. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
21.
Watch the
They'll start on the ground with Breida.
Safety screen.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him play him very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
We have indeed. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
First down.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
11.
Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress as well. Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. A PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Let it.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Shoot.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He was trying to go back to Moore there. And it's 2nd down.
Let's go, Hattie. Let's go, Hattie. What you got, Hattie?
2nd and 11. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Set, ready? 60 Pittsburgh. All day, baby, all day. Hey! X3, 218, chop it. Spies. One set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Set the tone, defense. Set the
Ready?
They're going to look to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 38. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Gets this one to use check. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it a 2nd down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. Back at the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal. There's Garoppolo to throw. And he's in for the 49ers score.
Touchdown, San Francisco.
Now Gold for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Down. Look at me. Door. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And a potential turning point as he'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here we go. 180.
50 seconds to Mike.
11.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of a key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is, don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. They run with Breida, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Here we go.
Right there. 54 miles. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
21.
On 2nd and 11 now. Garoppolo. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
21.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They run forward with Breida. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on fourth down.
Hey, switch gears.
12. Lock. Bravo.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
21.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And able to work his way down to the 16. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Richie James, his 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Gold with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
On 2nd down, it's Carson. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
60 yards. Check. Watch 54.
Looking to throw. Being chased out left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Garoppolo gives to Breida. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Garoppolo now, 12 of 15 throwing the ball. 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. Breida, he'll try the right side. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They run again with Breida. And he's got some space here. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Matt Breida, 43 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tart. Second and 6. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Here it comes, here it comes. He's coming. Double up, double up.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Back now in Seattle, Washington. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down.
I'm letting you know right now, you better break it.
Right there.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through three quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A first down there on a pickup of 25. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Check safety, check safety.
This is Breida. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Three red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a fourth on 2nd and goal.
Topper!
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Shift. Watch the shift. Check. Lucky. 57.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Here's Breida. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Escaping the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on third and very long. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
My 54. Target. 54.
Hey, my 7.
54. Watch 54.
Go. Snap.
Back to throw here. And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does them in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, start the bus, because they think this one is over.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 40. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Now a give coming right is Breida. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Now it's Breida. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be